Hi everyone, this is your Tampa Bay Realtor Lance Moore. In this video, I'm going to go over how to get the best mortgage interest rate when you buy a new home. And please stay to the very end of this video because I'm going to give you two very important tips that most home buyers don't know about or don't think about. This video is about how to get the best interest rate when you buy a new home. Not a pre-owned home, but a new home. Even though they're very similar, there are some tweaks and there are some differences whether you're buying a new home or whether you're buying a pre-owned home. And the main reason is because when you buy a new home, the builder is going to tie incentive money to you using their mortgage company. Now it may be $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 that they're going to say, we're going to give you this incentive money, but you have to use our mortgage company. So just make sure if they're giving, say, $10,000 in incentive money, how much of that is really tied down to you using their mortgage company. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because the question I get from a lot of new home buyers is the mortgage company going to take advantage of me? They're going to give me $10,000 of incentive money for me to use their mortgage company. Are they going to just jack the rate up or take advantage of me? All right, to answer that, I don't think so. I can't speak for every lender in the nation, but they're really doing this because they want to control the situation. They want to make sure the buyers that are buying their homes actually are approved for the mortgage. That's the main reason. Now, they're going to generally be very competitive, but they're probably not going to be the most competitive. It's pretty much known in the lending industry of builders. They want cream puff buyers. So definitely you want to do your due diligence and talk to other mortgage companies. And we're going to go over that in a little bit. So just know that they're not there to take advantage of you, but do your due diligence. And we're going to go over what you need to do to get the best interest rate, because if they're going to give you that amount of money, the $10,000, you still want a good interest rate. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to take their mortgage company, and let's just call them ABC Mortgage for the builder. Okay, so ABC Mortgage, then you want to get two more. Maybe you've used a mortgage company in the past, or maybe you go to your bank or you talk to your realtor and they probably know someone, and you want to use three of them. Now you could do four, but I'd say at least three. So you go to all of them on the same day. This is very important that you do it at the same day because interest rates could fluctuate from day to day. So you also want to do it at a similar time period. I would say call them all back to back to back, somewhere between 11 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't want to call them too early in the morning, or they may not have their current interest rates. They may be going off the interest rates from the day before. You don't want to call them too late in the afternoon because maybe they don't return your phone call. Then you'll have to start all over the next day. So you'll want to give them three things, or at least know three things. And your current mortgage company will say ABC, who you went through, is going to tell you. So you're going to need to know, what type of loan are you on? Are you on an FHA loan, a VA loan, a conventional loan, a USDA loan, a jumbo loan? What type of loan? And then you're going to want to know what period of lock days are they? Are they giving you a 30-day lock, a 45, a 60? Are they giving you a 7? Know what days lock. Now, just so you know, the builder's mortgage company will probably give you a 60-day lock. Where if you go out to your own bank or something, they're probably thinking resale, they're probably going to give you a 30-day lock. And then you need to know the loan amount. So what loan amount? Say $250,000. So you'll go to the first lender and the ABC, and you'll get the quote from them, and then you'll call the second lender, then the third lender, get quotes from all of them. Look at them and compare. Look at the interest rates, look at the closing costs, look at the APR. Figure out which one is the best. Now I am going to give you a little tip right here, and this is very important, so keep this in mind. Builders don't pay owner's title policies, and they don't pay deed stamps. We call them deed stamps in Florida. If you're living somewhere else, you're probably looking at them as a transfer tax, is what a lot of other states call them. They don't pay that. So you just need to let the other two lenders know that this is a new home quote, because they need to budget this, because if they don't budget it, and then you send one of their two quotes, because what you want to do is you want to get the best quote, and if one of them is the other two lenders, and it probably will be, you want to send it over to ABC Mortgage. And if their quote doesn't include that, it's going to make you look funny. You don't want to do it. You want to look like you know what you're doing. Not to mention it will skew the numbers. So you want to make sure that you tell the other two lenders that you are buying new. Hopefully they understand this and they add those costs in. And then what you want to do is you want to just simply take the best quote, and you want to ask ABC Mortgage, and you want to say, can you meet or beat this quote? Now, you might be thinking, they don't have to. They're paying $10,000 in incentive money. But that isn't always the case, because they don't know what these other two quotes are. Now, I've had some very big national builders, and I've told my buyers this, and the national builders, mortgage companies, have actually lowered their rates. I mean, they were pretty high. I had one of them lower it 0.25%. So it could be a pretty big difference, especially, if you're planning on being in the home a long time. The interest rate might be the most important thing to you. So that's what you need to do. You need to get out there and you need to talk to at least 3 different lenders. You need to give them all the same information, all on the same date, all in a similar time period, so you can make sure you're comparing apples for apples. Then take the ABC Mortgage or whoever the builder's lender is and see if they can meet or beat that. And there's a good possibility they probably will, because the lender, or the builder I should say, is in business to sell homes. Making money from a mortgage is great, but they're in business to sell homes. So that's what you want to do. Okay, so now let me give you 2 tips, and these are very important tips, and especially tip number 1, do not forget to do this. After you get off the phone with whatever lender you're going to be working with, and they give you what your interest rate is and when the lock period expires and your loan amount and all that, get it in writing. Most people just say, okay, great. They get off the phone and they don't get anything in writing, and if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. Over the years, I've ran into a lot of people that had issues because they just don't even think about it. They don't know about it. It isn't something you do every day, so get it in writing, all right? The second thing is, let's say that they won't, the builder's lender, ABC Mortgage, won't lower their interest rate, and their interest rate is high. And you might be thinking, all right, it's just going to behoove me to use one of these other lenders. There's a couple things you need to know. First off, if the builder doesn't pay your closing costs, if they don't give you the incentive money and tie it down to the title company, they can't tell you what title company you to use. You're paying for the title. So if you're paying for your own title, you get to designate what title company you use. So there's 2 things to this. Number 1, if that is the case, call a title company and get what their costs are, because they're probably going to be a little lower than the title company the builder is selecting. The second thing is you could use this as a bargaining chip, and I've actually used this before to a builder. If they didn't lower their interest rate to me, I told them I'll take it to my own lender and I'm going to designate where the title goes, and they didn't like that at all. And I just simply said, hey, look, I'm paying the title insurance policy. I could select by law where it goes. I'm not a lawyer, I'm just telling you what I told them. They knew I was right, and they ended up working with me. So that is sort of a bargaining chip you can use if you have to use. So just keep that in mind and know that. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. And let me know if you learned anything in this video. If you did learn anything in this video, please leave it in the comments below. I do these videos for you. I want to help you. I wish you the best of luck buying a home, buying a new home, and I hope you have a wonderful day.